Alright, now this video is basically me trying to explain to you how the Mandela effect is caused by gang stalkers deploying government institutions and assistance to alter the truth in order to drive targeted individuals insane. Because obviously I'm not the only targeted individual out there. There's other people, like if you have a catchment and they have 100 targeted individuals in there, the government can assist them. The police can turn up and use voice of God weapons, microwave burst technology, and even private enterprises can also be deployed to do that. Now, where the Mandela effect takes place is when somebody makes a request that is okayed at the highest level, and where they initiate that change using psyops. When you prove to them the errors of their reasoning, instead of saying, okay, we agree to disagree, or I admit that I'm wrong, they become defensive. Then they start to become abusive on a personal level, and in the end that will become violent. I'm an academic. I've got my various degrees. I spent like 9 years at university, so that's where I spent most of my time. And the mental disturbances I had, I approached them intellectually, and I reached a resolution, and I even learned. Basically, the Mandela effect it comes about by us being targeted. Now, as an academic, I am aware of quantum physics, and that's a theory that I know not to an expert level, but to an intermediate level. I know entanglements, but I also branch from being totally manipulated by the gnome. So I have my own adaptations of basic quantum theory. So when you look at a deck of cards, you look at the top card. Before you look at it, it's everything else. So if you keep it civilized, you get defensive, and you start to become uncivilized when you realize that you're wrong for promoting that. If you was right, you wouldn't need to become uncivilized. You wouldn't need to resort to name calling. You wouldn't need to become violent. What you're saying would be right without you having to resort to that. But because you know you're wrong, you're having to resort to that way of behaving. If you remain civilized, I would explain to you how. We'll show you targeted individuals who have had government deploying various weapons on them. These are weapons that, if you think about it logically from an academic point of view, these are weapons that can lead to changes in the reality we're viewing, if they're overused. It's the overuse of these weapons that's causing the Mandela effect. That's one cause. There's also a paranormal cause.
The maps seems to have changed here over Florida and Cuba, as many Americans are feeling it. And for the record, I wanted to say that I am an Indian, so even I am feeling Mandela effect. It's not only Americans who are feeling it, and I think there is a lot of buzz and mainstream videos and articles that are pushing this theory that why only Americans are going through and why not others. So I just wanted to debunk that, because I am from India, and I pride myself by being a good map locator. So if you ask me where is Bosnia, where is Georgia, where is Estonia, that is what I do, guys. I am very good in locating things on a map, and I can 100% assure you this is completely changed. Cuba was not supposed to be here, and Havana, the Bahamas, this entire area, they have changed, as people in US are feeling it. Trinidad and Tobago, this whole Caribbean island, West Indies, Dominican, the size has changed, and this area has moved to the left side, to the western side. So, and this Cuba was a little island somewhere over here, and now it's showing, very closely to Miami. So this is pure Mandela effect, guys, and they are doing it deliberately. It's not your fault. Don't go crazy, guys, over this, because as I said in my other video, things will get more crazier in coming months, because as Al-Belik said, this is the guy I would really want you to look into it, guys. If you want to keep your sanity, and know what's really going on, I would urge you to watch all Al-Belik channel, and he explains it what's really happening. He explained the effect of what you are feeling like 20 to 30 years back, even before Mandela effect word was coined. So this is due to time manipulation. They are creating time tunnels, and there is only one reality, guys. This is the only one reality, but multiple timelines. So they are creating multiple timelines in this reality. So some people will feel it, some people won't, but eventually we all will feel it. And I feel this is the reason for zombie apocalypse. So I read that, I felt very bad that some people are losing their mind, in US. And because people are saying why people in America are only feeling it. That's not true, guys. We all are feeling it, but US, it's the power, it's the global power center. Everything is controlled from America. Most of the research, underground research, everything is done here. So people will first feel it here, because once America goes, the entire world will go as well, because internet, all like apps, Android apps, Apple, Microsoft, everything will vanish in a day. The entire financial system will go. So what happens is, in US will affect the entire world. That's why they are manipulating the reality for Americans first. But as I said, I am Indian and I know my thing, guys. I know very well maps, and here also, as mentioned, this Morocco, and this is very close now. This was not this close, I can assure you. This is not happening to Americans alone, because this I can clearly feel it. So you can ask me any location, where is Morocco, where is Kenya. I used to remember map, like I have in photographic memory kind of thing. So with regards to map, so I clearly remember this. Just few weeks back, I was looking into Usain Bolt, he is from Caribbean. So I just looked into the map, like the Bahamas, he was somewhere here actually. So I looked, oh, so how much time like people take from Jamaica to go to Florida. But I calculated, I remember from here. But now everything has shifted this side. You see, Jamaica is here now. So this has totally been manipulated. So you can see all the maps are showing the same thing, this area, and here this has seems to have shifted here. So people will say how things are moved in all the maps. They don't have to edit all the maps, guys. As I told in my last video, as Al-Belik explained, they just have to do it once. When they go back in time, they have to only change one map, the real original map, and people, when whoever copied from that map, will automatically change. The keyword here is automatic, guys. So they don't have to come to your house and change the map. Now if you look into the map, it will automatically be changed, but it depends upon the solidification, the matter what it is. So like the electronics things, the electronic maps will change first, then the voice, then the sounds, like that, then the video, then image, then hard cover. Slowly everything will change, guys. That's what Al-Belik said in his interviews. So, and he also specifically mentioned this, between 2015 to 2025 things will really heat up, things will go crazy. So I really want you people to do the right research and not get confused, because this is just the beginning, guys. I am afraid Americans will really go crazy, most of them, with this kind of information, because now they are shifting America's complete reality. But I wanted to tell you that it's not only Americans. I am from India, and this is not right. Even I can feel this. So I just wanted to make a quick video. So just please do more research on Al-Belik, so to get a sane perspective on what's happening to you if you are Americans. Don't worry, this is not because you are an American, it's why it's happening to me. It's not your fault at all. It's the shadow government who is doing this.
So that just makes me angry, real angry. But I really take offense is when someone points a finger at you and says, look how stupid you are, look, you are dumb, look, you are retarded. I have all this evidence right in front of your eyes and you can't see it, you dumb idiot. And that's where I take like big time offense, because I'm not that dumb. I may have done dumb things in my life, but I'm not that dumb. So all those maps, for starters, are false. And for example, China, I mean Greenland can fit 4 times into India or something, or into China. I mean, the proportions are ridiculously wrong. It's just ridiculously, insanely wrong. So what I'm trying to say is, all this theory with parallel universes, parallel worlds, that just makes you even more unimportant. That wipes us completely off the picture, because then you become not only just one planet at the edge of the galaxy. I know we are now 3/4 on the into galaxy on the Orion spoor, but when I grew up, I was so far out there at the edge of the galaxy on the Sagittarius arm on the maps, which can be faked easily. So if someone goes into the past and fakes the maps, they change in our future, in our present, and we think, oh, we shifted into parallel universe, oh, we shifted into parallel world. But it's just maps that have been changed. It's just maps that have been changed. So I know there are some anatomical and physical changes, etc., but if you go back into distant past, I'm sure you can change that as well. So with help of nanotechnology, probably. So this is a wild theory at this moment, but I'm hoping you guys getting the point that I'm trying to make. Anyways, so now we have become just a simulation. Yeah, that's the one that actually triggered me. We have just become just a piece of information in one of the infinite simulations. And while I have no problem with a simulation, while in one of my videos I was actually saying that I believe that everything out there is consciousness, and that this is just simulation, and that we are consciousness, and that we are occupying this vessel or body, and that our soul is manifest in this body. When our soul leaves, there is no body falls apart, or body functions only as long as our soul is in here. So while I believe all of this, I still believe that this simulation is created by the creator, and is one and not infinite, and that this simulation of physicality, which can be easily proven with the Fibonacci code, has been created by the creator, because it's got a blueprint. It's got a blueprint, and you cannot have a blueprint without a creator. So if we keep going back, my original theory was that everything that there is just consciousness, and that we have like those special rooms where we come and play our games, like this one. I will expand on it a little bit further in one of my future videos, but today is all about those maps and about the propaganda, the non-stop, even, I mean, so. But what's the big picture behind all of this? Obviously they are not retarded. Obviously they know what they are doing. They're after the one and the same goal: total annihilation of God's people, total enslavement of all of us under one world government, total destruction of our habitat, and destruction of God's people. So now just think for a moment about the bigger scale. Just think for a moment that all of this is simulation, and that there are positive and negative forces. And just think for a moment that this simulation of physicality has been created by God for us, and that this simulation has been hijacked, and that they are after our souls. So imagine that there are fallen angels, aliens evil civilizations who don't respect us, don't give a monkey about us. They just want our souls. And the reason I believe they are after our souls is because look at the scale of the deception. I mean, the deception is at 90+%. Everything that we know, everything that we've been told is a freaking straight out lie. I mean, you look at whatever aspect of our being on this planet. So look at our lives, what we've been served with. Just be who you are and open up your eyes a little bit more and be more aware of what's going on. Be more aware of the propaganda, and don't buy what the majority really always says.
So that's a physical change. That's not something that we can say, listen, we went back in time and we actually changed it. That is something that a person actually remembers. It's not a lie. It's someone who saw the Statue of Liberty closer. But apparently that's also now attached to a landmass where someone actually remembers going on a ferry to this island. So if this is the case, if the Statue of Liberty has moved, we can discount time travel. That's out of the equation. Because traveling back in time cannot change, well, fuck, I hope it can't change the physical continents and creates them to shift. So I don't think so. So we can cancel out time travel. I think we can cancel out crazy people because we're all not crazy. And I think we've got to look at parallel universes and other dimensions. Same dates, different dates. I've explained it. First experiment that CERN did, maybe they did not know the changes that was going to happen. Maybe they did not know that time, space, and physical leakage could happen from one dimension to another dimension. Now, another theory is outrageous, and someone mentioned, did we all die? Was we all asleep in our beds and we all died and woke up in a different reality? I don't know. Can we discount it? I feel alive. But can we discount it? Do we really know what happens when you die? What happens if a whole planet dies out? Do we get absorbed into another dimension? Is that what happened? I think that CERN had something to do with this. And maybe you guys get back to me on this video. Tell me what your ideas are, and let's start the debate. Let's look for anomalies as well out there. I found the VW one. Let's look for other ones. Publish them on YouTube. Let's make them know that we know what is happening. I don't know if we can do anything about it. I don't know if I'm able to go back to a world that I remember. I don't think I'm stupid. I don't think I remember Australia being down there. I don't think that it was so close to those islands on top. New Guinea. I remember New Zealand being more up, and well, that's all I can say.